Welcome to Business Blurred View and the Women Running Businesses podcast. My name is Francisca Lee, and I'll be your host. If this is your first time listening to Women Running Businesses, we are a weekly podcast that brings successful female entrepreneurs in every week to dive deeper into their minds. So stick around to hear authentic and honest conversations surrounding entrepreneurship, and make sure to subscribe to stay in the loop. Today, we have a very special guest, Courtney Adana. Courtney is a YouTuber from Houston, Texas, with over 1.5 million subscribers. She is best known for her reaction videos and rating apology videos. Courtney, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Of course. So let's first get started with talking about your YouTube. When did you first get started with YouTube?
So the very, very first time that I did YouTube, it was, I think, my freshman year of high school, which was probably, I don't even know the year, but it was honestly a long time ago. I think I was like 15, and I started a YouTube channel with my best friend, and then after that I made like two or three more channels after that. And this particular channel that I have, Court Reezy, I started that in 2016. So yeah.
Wow, that's some really fast growth with that channel.
Yeah.
What kind of prompted you to create a new channel rather than sticking with the one that you had and just continue to grow that one?
I don't know why. I'm just the type of person, I like to start fresh. So I just felt like the previous channels that I had, it just gave I was doing different stuff on it. So I think I made this one channel, I was trying to be a beauty guru. That was a fail. And so I wanted to move away from that, but I wanted to make a whole new channel with a brand new name so I can feel like I'm doing something, new. And so, yeah, honestly, I like starting fresh. So yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So how long does it take you to kind of film and edit a YouTube video? Kind of walk me through that process from start to finish with a video.
Oh my God. Okay, let's just start off by saying editing takes me hours. I would say, honestly, if I was sitting down and editing straight, I would say 8 or 10 hours. Yep, about that much. But typically I don't sit down for 8 hours editing straight. I just can't do it. I don't have the attention span to do that. But for editing, it will take me about 2 days, 2 or 3 days, yeah. And then for the whole filming process, it usually takes me about an hour to film a video, an hour 30 minutes. And then in terms of coming up with video ideas, it just honestly comes randomly. So I'll just think of something and then I'll be like, oh, I'm going to film on this day. And then, you know what I mean? So yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
How far in advance do you start planning out? Do you think okay, from 2 weeks from now, I'm going to have this video come out, and just kind of work backwards with a schedule? Or is it just kind of when I feel like it, a video will happen?
Honestly, I like to plan my videos the beginning of the month, but so I'll try and plan out my whole entire schedule for the month, but most of the time I don't keep up with it. And honestly, sometimes I'll get random ideas that week that I want to film, and so I'll just film that video. So it really depends, honestly. So yeah, it depends. But most of the time I like to plan in advance so I don't feel like I don't know what to do, If I run out of ideas, at least I always have something to look back on.
Yeah, having just kind of that backup plan of, if I don't have any new ideas, at least something will go out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So do you do everything solo, or do you have a team, management, anything like that?
I do everything by myself.
Oh my God. What is that like? Just kind of, I'm assuming you get bombarded with all sorts of messages all the time.
Girl, I get so overwhelmed, honestly. I've been looking to I guess branch out and look for help, because it does get overwhelming. I guess the only good thing is because we're in a pandemic, so I'm not really going out a lot, but I'm pretty sure that when, life goes back to normal and stuff, it's going to be very hard for me to have a very good social life, because honestly, all I think about and do is YouTube. So yeah, it does get overwhelming.
Yeah. How do you kind of manage all of that? Do you have some sort of system, or are you just kind of going with the flow, whatever happens?
Kind of a mixture of both. I like to plan out, I don't know if it's just the Virgo in me, but I just like planning out my life. I like planning out my week. And so that kind of helps me. So I feel like every single day I feel like I'm doing something. But it still does get a little bit overwhelming because I do have like small little tasks that I like push to the side because I'm always focused on this, when I feel like I could honestly, if I did have a team, I could just give it to them to do, you know what I mean? So yeah, I try and have a system, but it doesn't always work. So
Girl, I'm pretty sure it's a Virgo thing because I'm Virgo and I'm literally the same way.
yes, like I plan everything. Oh, it's crazy.
Oh my God. So how have you kind of seen yourself shift, with the pandemic in the last year? Like, have you seen your channel content, differ, or are you still putting out the same type of stuff?
So yeah, before the pandemic, I was making like just random content, honestly, on my channel. And I think the beginning of the pandemic, yeah, it was like a trend of like people releasing apology videos for this and that. And so I was like, you know what, let me make a little commentary video, a little reaction video. And it did really well. I honestly, I'm so glad I even did that video because my channel wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't for that video. But yeah, ever since then, I've transitioned my channel to be more of a commentary and reaction type of channel. And I personally do enjoy that type of content. Like that's the type of videos I watch, and it seems like everyone else likes it a lot. But I also do try and throw in some random videos here and there. But yeah, like I do think that during this whole pandemic and stuff, my content has changed a lot, but I think it's changed for the better.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like what kind of content when you first started out on YouTube, what kind of content did you start off making? And
Mm.
kind of how have you seen that, you know, you've started a couple of different channels.
Yeah.
How have you seen that content like carry over? Or
Mm.
have you just been like, I am absolutely starting fresh this time, nothing from the old channel? How has that shift been?
It's like I feel like as from the very beginning when I first started YouTube like a long time ago, I guess I was just going along with what I truly enjoyed watching and what was kind of trending on YouTube. So I think with my very first channel, I just made it with my friend and we were doing like music videos. There was a time when that was really popular. And so we were doing music videos and then we made I think, yeah, I had another channel and I was doing skits because there was a time in YouTube when skits were like really popular. And then I tried doing like beauty and stuff. And then now I feel like I've just fully accepted that I'm going to just make whatever content I truly enjoy. And yeah, like I hope I'm answering I hope I'm answering the
For
question
sure.
right.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, like I think wait, sorry, can you repeat the question just to make sure I'm on track?
Just kind of like how have you seen your like personal growth shift between the different channels that you've created?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I've definitely changed up my content a lot as the years have gone. But I think it's all just been a matter of like I think I've just grown in confidence when it comes to my content and just making content in general. And yeah, yeah, I don't know.
So are you currently like a full-time content creator or are you doing other stuff as well?
Yeah, I'm a full-time content creator. I officially became full-time in August. Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
congrats.
thank you. Yeah, I was literally I think it was the first day of school. And I was like, "You know what? I think I'm just going to focus on YouTube." Yep. So, yeah.
So were you in college?
Yeah, so I was supposed to be going into nursing school. Yeah.
Oh my
So it
God,
was
that must have been a
yeah,
insane shift.
no, it was because the day before I was going shopping for uniforms and everything because you have to get like nursing uniforms. And so I was going shopping for nursing uniforms, books, all of that for the first day of class. And once the day came, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do this. And then my family was also really supportive of it. They're like, yeah, you don't have to. Like, honestly, just do what you've been wanting to do all your life. And that's like create content.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And finding that courage must have been kind of, nerve-wracking too.
Yes, very, very, very. Because, yeah.
So, yeah. So now that you are a full-time content creator, what is your favorite part of being one?
My subscribers, honestly, like, I guess it's just crazy to know that there's people out there, like, even though I can't see them, like, there's people that will ride with me. Like, they will subscribe, they will watch all my videos, like, they support me so much, and it just feels really good. Like, my most, I guess, interesting part about being a content creator is actually hitting publish on a video, because I just love seeing all the comments flood in and seeing how they enjoy the video and everything. So yeah, my subscribers are definitely the best thing about being a content creator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you engage with your I know YouTube's like a different platform than, TikTok or Instagram.
Mhm.
How do you engage with your subscribers?
Responding to comments. I definitely feel like I could do a little bit better when it comes to like doing stuff outside of just posting videos. But definitely just responding to comments, and like sometimes I do Q&As on my Instagram, and I just do small stuff like that to engage with them. Also, I sometimes when I'm bored, I'll make TikToks, and I have like a smaller following on there, but people, I like talking to them on there and responding to them. So, yeah.
Yeah. When was it that you kind of realized, like, oh my God, there are actually people that are like watching me? They have, post
Oh,
notifications turned on. They're watching it as soon as my videos come out. When did that moment kind of, click for
oh
you?
my God. I mean, there's one situation where it's like once I post a video, people are already sending me screenshots, and it's like it's only been like 2 seconds. Like, how are you already? You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
think my biggest thing that, or the biggest thing that happened to me where I was like, wow, there's people really watching me was, I think it was sometime in September and November, and I was getting a COVID test done, and I was getting it done or whatever, and then when it was time for me to leave, she was like, hey, is your name or no, she was like, do you make YouTube videos? And I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe this is happening. I literally have tears in my eyes, because I just did the nose swab. And so she's like, do you make YouTube videos? I'm like, oh my God, yes. And so she basically told me she watches my videos, and she was the sweetest person ever. But that was my realization that, like, damn, there's really people watching me. Like, yeah, yeah. And also,
That's
like, you never
insane.
know who watches your videos until they speak up. Like, for real.
That is true.
Because I would have never thought until she said it.
Yeah. Have you had any like weird like fan encounters or like DMs or anything like that?
Yeah, I've definitely had some weird DMs. Nothing too crazy where it's like I'm scared for my life, but it's definitely been some weird stuff. Okay. Definitely weird.
Like what kind of weird?
Um Mostly like, some random weird sexual questions, weird stuff like that.
Oh my God.
But honestly, I feel like I'm blessed because I don't get too much weird stuff. Like, everyone is like super normal most of the time, but yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So you're currently based in Texas,
Hmm.
correct? Do you ever plan on moving out to LA like full time to, further your career as a content creator?
Yeah, I do. Hopefully 2021. Hopefully it'll happen. Yeah, that's honestly my biggest goal for 2021. We'll see if it happens, but I feel like, because I've visited LA a couple times, and I just
Hmm.
like the fact that there are so many content creators here, because it doesn't feel as weird. You know what I mean? Like, if I was to
Yeah,
vlog, because I've tried vlogging in LA versus in Houston, it's two completely different worlds. Like, in Houston, everyone's just looking at me. I feel so uncomfortable. But when I was in LA, like, it just didn't seem as weird because there's so many different content creators here. And then it just increases my motivation to continue doing it. Like, when you see all these 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds living out their dreams just because they create content and they're consistent, it's so inspiring. And when I'm back in Houston, like, there's definitely some inspiring people there, but we're not on the same path. You feel me? So yeah, it just feels really good to be in LA, I guess. I mean, hopefully I'll be able to move
it's,
there.
it's just like a different
Mm-hmm.
energy. Like once you land, there's like
Very different.
people here have the same goals.
Yes,
They have the same like
exactly,
aspirations.
exactly. And yeah, and honestly, I don't know why, I just feel a little bit lazier when I'm at home in Houston. So yeah.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God. Yeah. So, being the YouTube veteran that you are, how have you kind of seen YouTube shift in the last, like, 4 to 5 years? Because that's kind of where YouTube's hit its, peak, and how it kind of shifted in terms of who's on there, what content is on there.
I've definitely seen a huge shift in, I guess, the people that are posting on YouTube. I'm starting to see more celebrities on YouTube, which honestly, years ago, that was just not really happening, you know? It was just like, before it was just like random people making videos, which it still is, but now it's like, I think I saw, who did I see? I saw Naomi Campbell has a YouTube channel. There's just like different people. And I think also I've seen, what else have I seen a shift in? I guess the content is just always changing. Like before skits were a thing, I don't really see people making much skits anymore. Now, and then also the beauty community was really, really huge, like 2016. It's still huge now, but it's like kind of dying down, um
For sure.
and I don't know, I just keep seeing different things picking up and leaving. So yeah.
Yeah, I know, like, for me, when I grew up, I was watching, like, Bethany Mota, Laura
Yes,
DIY,
my
and
life
they're all,
is
like, grown up
Ava.
now. And it's like, this is
Yeah.
crazy to see, like, just how they've grown and just the film production at this
No, for
point.
real.
YouTube seems so much more polished.
Exactly. Like the camera like it's so crazy when I see videos from like 2011 or like even 2012, and it's like, dang, like the camera quality is just, it just wasn't it at all. But yeah, like it's crazy. It's especially crazy to see like YouTubers that I was watching when I was like 12, and they're grown up. Like they literally have families. And so yeah.
Everyone's having babies now. It's like,
I
it's
know, it's
crazy.
so crazy to me. Wow.
Yeah. So with YouTube, a big part of, kind of making money is also
Mm-hmm.
sponsorships. Do you have any, and how do you kind of go about navigating that, territory?
So I don't do sponsorships a lot, honestly. I think on YouTube I've only done like three since like, yeah, I've only done like three. And honestly, I feel like I don't really do them as much, mostly because one, I'm kind of lazy. I'm gonna just say that I'm lazy, and brand deals and sponsorships, they kind of ask for too much sometimes, and so I just don't have the energy to do it. Um, but yeah, when it comes to sponsorships in general, though, the way I handle it is just I choose the ones that I'm very selective. So since I am lazy, I like to be selective with what I decide to finally do. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
basically I choose brands that I trust, and just I pick and choose what I think my subscribers are going to enjoy and what I truly enjoy. So yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. And if you like truly believe in like the products that you're
Mm-hmm.
promoting or like whatever you're saying, your followers will actually like
Exactly.
pick up on that
Yeah,
energy.
exactly. And I don't think I've promoted anything that I feel has been really, really bad. Everything that I've
Yeah.
promoted in the past have been things that I truly enjoy and like. So yeah.
Yeah. That's good. So when you were first starting out on YouTube, years ago, is this where you thought you'd be now? Or did you think that like, dang, I thought I would be, a nurse at this
Mm-hmm.
point? Or
Yeah. It's so crazy because you know how they talk about like manifestation and stuff.
mm-hmm.
When I first started YouTube, I guess there was a time in my YouTube, I think when I was graduating high school, I guess I could actually see myself being successful at YouTube. Like that was just something that I saw so clearly in my head, and I would always think about it, I'd visualize and all of that, but I guess I didn't expect it to happen the way it did and how quickly it happened. But basically,
Okay.
I guess I kind of always expected it to happen in a way, um but things would come in the way of it happening. You feel me? Like school,
Mm-hmm.
work, all of those stuff would prevent me from being consistent on YouTube. And when I finally did, I guess my dreams actually just came true, I guess.
So is YouTube still your main focus at this point, or are you trying to build out your other platforms like TikTok or Instagram as well?
Yeah, I want to grow. Definitely YouTube is my biggest goal right now because I want to hit certain goals and stuff. But I definitely want to branch out and focus on TikTok and Instagram. I just haven't been putting my all into it yet.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. And currently with a bunch of influencers, there's always drama that's happening. What do you think about the various YouTube dramas that have popped up?
Sorry, repeat that.
What do you think about the various YouTube dramas that have happened in the last couple of years? Like, do you just try to stay out of as much as you can, or do you like weigh in?
Oh yeah.
How do you navigate that?
Yeah, I don't get myself involved in YouTube drama. I don't really plan on doing that. But I like giving my 2 cents on what I think about it. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And YouTube is, definitely one of the harder platforms to grow on. Do you have any tips for up-and-coming YouTubers, younger people who are like, that is my dream. I want to become a, full-time content creator. Do you have any tips for them?
Yeah. So I truly believe that you should still be doing trendy content, but make it your own. So like be different from other people in the way that you edit or your personality or anything like that. And also just be true to yourself and be consistent, because consistency is the most important thing. Like when I was not consistent at all, I wasn't growing. But once I became consistent, I definitely started to grow a lot more and faster. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So having gone to college a little bit, how do you think that impacted your social media journey?
I think it slowed it down. Honestly. Yeah,
Really?
no, it slowed it down because, during the time that I was in college, I was not focused on YouTube at all because I was focused on school and studying and all of that. But once once summer hit, I was able to actually put my all into it. But I also think that college was able to give me, I guess, enough knowledge to speak on things and feel confident in what I'm saying. You feel me? So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, when I would discuss certain topics and stuff, I feel more confident. Yeah, more confident. So, yeah.
So do you ever deal with like imposter syndrome, as a content
Oh,
creator?
yes. I definitely do. Especially since it happened so fast. I guess I just felt like it's a really weird feeling, but I felt like people were going to subscribe and then like stop watching me for some reason. I don't know why. But it's really weird.
How do you kind of get around that feeling?
Just have good friends, and yeah, just have good friends that like lift me up and just speak good into me. Because if I talk too much about like this negative stuff that I feel, it could really negatively affect me. But yeah, I just keep posting, honestly.
Yeah. And a good
Yeah.
support system is always so
Yeah,
crucial.
definitely.
So of course, your day-to-day is probably wildly different. But kind of walk me through, what that looks like, or even like what a week in your life kind of looks like.
Okay, yeah. So usually if I have a video to post that week, which is every week, I usually start my morning by editing. I feel like I have the most energy in the morning, so I'll usually edit and then just chill, honestly, and then edit some more. That's about it. Like I'm always
it's plain and simple.
always editing.
So I know one of your goals for 2021 is to hopefully move out to LA. Where do you kind of see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years, both, personally and professionally?
Okay. Let me think. I guess hope.
I'm putting you on the spot here.
More subscribers. And honestly, just like, I guess living out my dreams, like having a business, hopefully, and just making myself proud and being able to just look at what I built.
For sure. I think it's so important to, still be happy with what you're doing rather than continually putting out there what people want to see, even if you're not happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that is an amazing note to leave off of with this episode, Courtney. You gave some amazing insight into what it's like being a full-time content creator on YouTube, and I really appreciate you coming on
Thank
to
you
the
so much for
show.
having me.
For our listeners, make sure to tune back in next week to Women Running Businesses.